All right, it's time to grab your gadgets and then send some message. Hey, what's up?
I'm good, Stephen. How are you?
I'm fine. I've never sent a message before.
Oh, then you should do that today.
Am I allowed?
Interesting show.
What are we talking
about? Yeah. Oh, have you ever had your heart broken?
Yes.
And how did you deal with that breakup? Did you go violent? Were you moody? Were you excited
I'm
with life?
trying to remember my last heartbreak. I locked myself in the room for 2 weeks and I got out, done, over and done with. And I was strong enough to move on.
Okay.
Sharp.
Well, that's how you handle it. But when love turns sour, what do? How do you handle breakups? A 22-year-old is currently suffering the brunt of a failed relationship. And can you imagine a community with a toilet facility and yet the residents can't access the place? My question is, where do the residents poop? This is JN Interactive, and I am Jennifer Jane Asante. You can join our discussions right here on JN Interactive on our social media portals. Look us up on Facebook with the name Joy News on TV. We have that same handle for Twitter as well as JN Interactive GH. Email is a good way to go. You can send it to joynewsim@multitvworld.com, and WhatsApp, as always, my favorite, 054-010-9009. So let me tell you about 22-year-old Anita Otema. She was once a fun-loving girl full of life and bright prospects. But when her relationship ended, her life changed in the most unimaginable way. Her ex-boyfriend launched an acid attack on her one dark night, leaving her with just one eye, an immobile right arm, and huge medical bills.
This is the house of Anita, the 22-year-old lady who has unfortunately been deformed because her ex-boyfriend poured acid on her on the 17th of May 2014. She's been struggling to cope, and the family as well has been struggling to even get the finances to take care of her. You can see in the background that this is a compound house, and the information we are gathering is that the family, the mother and the relatives were sleeping on the corridor when she was inside the room, and the boyfriend came in and poured the acid on her. We can find out more from her as she explains her pathetic situation to us. She's lost her left eye, and half of her face is completely damaged. She's also lost flesh on her right arm, which is immobile. Leaving the compound house is difficult. People stare at her as she endures her daily trauma. She tells me how the incident happened. What happened to you? Who did?
No, my boyfriend. My ex-boyfriend.
The acid was poured on me by my ex-boyfriend. When we broke up, he called to tell me that he had been falling ill. He told me he went to see a pastor who informed him that I was the cause of his ailments. The pastor told him that I had used him for money rituals, and so he decided to pour acid on me.
She's scared she may never be able to find love due to how she looks. Do you think what has happened to you may affect your future relationships in any way? How?
Because after a while,
I'm no more attractive to men, and I'm worried about the whole situation. When I look at the way I was at first as compared to now, it really makes me sad. Children are even scared of me because of the way I look.
Her foster mother, popularly called Sewa, says the family is broke and is unable to pay her medical bills any longer.
I am now so broke that I don't even know what to do. I contacted the boys' relatives to assist in my daughter's condition, and though they came, they couldn't even give 100 cedis. And to date, we have not heard from them.
Anita's godfather, Reverend Mauli Apreku, echoes the mother's cry for her.
I want to use this platform to passionately appeal to corporate Ghana to come to our aid in order to undertake this surgery for Anita. As you all can see, in fact, she has been badly damaged. She has been badly deformed, and no amount is small. We are just appealing to you people to be so compassionate to us and help us.
She needs a surgery, and it's urgent. Beatrice Edu, Joy News, La Paz.
Well, it seems acid attacks and other forms of violent revenge are on the increase. Here's the story of yet another victim.
Tell me, what happened to you?
I was bathing when someone poured acid on me.
When was that?
That was Thursday, around 10:30 a.m.
That's a week ago, Thursday.
Yes.
Who was that person?
That was my fiancé, who wanted to marry me.
He wanted to marry you?
Yes.
So why did he pour acid on you if he wanted to marry you?
I don't know. For that one, I can't tell up to date.
For how long were you in a relationship with him for?
Almost 4 years now.
So why would you think he would pour acid on you on a Thursday morning when you're bathing?
I don't have any idea about that one. That's up to date. I've been thinking about it. I don't know the reason why. So I don't know any reason to give for that reason that he poured acid on me. He didn't say anything to me that he was going to do me any harm. Nothing of that sort was coming out of his mouth. He was playing with me quietly, kindly, lovely. So I didn't think about this kind of thing. I wasn't expecting it at all in my life.
When were you supposed to get married?
That was last year, but some things didn't go through. So we decided to do it this June on my birthday. But here I am, being in the hospital.
How have you been coping?
It's not easy though. I'm okay with it.
What have you been told? Any injuries you've been told by the doctors?
Yeah, they said it will be well, so I'm hoping it will be well.
Do you see all right?
Yes, for now I'm seeing, unless they used to apply medicine. I don't know the name of it, but it's like a glue. If they apply it on it, I can't see clearly, but if they clean it, I can see everything clearly. Yes.
Do you need any sort of help? Where's that man?
For now, I don't know.
Did he run away after that?
Yes, I learned he's not staying in the house anymore.
Were you living together?
No.
So you were in your home when he came?
Yes.
Have you reported the case to the police?
Yes, the police are seriously looking for the guy.
Which police station?
Cantonment Police Station.
Is that where you were living?
No, that's what my dad told me, that they made the report. So Cantonment Police Station is looking for the guy.
So how do you feel about what has happened?
It's not easy. It's not easy at all.
Definitely, it's not easy to watch or to hear the horrifying stories of these women. I'm sorry you had to see it as graphic as it was, but sometimes you need to see what people go through in difficult situations. Everybody has a story to tell. Some of you have told us your stories.
My guy was cheating with a best friend, and I later found out that they were both like having an affair. So I just have to forget about the guy. Yeah.
That's a sad news, but how did you deal with it?
Like I've been to a lot of relationship seminars. So like I've been taught a lot about relationships. So like with that, I was able to like get over it for some time. Yeah, I felt bad all the same, but like I didn't try to do anything because like I know where I'm coming from, and my mom also talked to me all the time. So with that, I don't think I'll be able to do something like that.
I was in high school. I heard like my boyfriend was with another girl, and we happened to be like in the same house. I asked him, he denied, but later I found out it was true.
So how did you deal with it?
Well, it was painful, but I had to, move on.
Did you ever think of doing something violent to your boyfriend?
Yeah, I wanted to pay back, but I realized it wasn't necessary, so I just let it go.
What did you have in mind? How did you want to pay back?
I don't know, but I just wanted to do something to like pay back. I don't know, get back at him. Yeah.
I've had a broken heart before, but I insulted the girl and forgot about her. I mean, what's the point? If you don't love me, somebody else does, So
you insulted her?
Yes, I was hurt. I had to venge my anger on someone. I had to venge my anger on someone. I couldn't bear it alone. I had to tell someone about it. So hey, I insulted her. She doesn't love you. No matter what you do, she's not going to love you. So hey, just go. Just let her go so you go your way.
Yeah, I've never had a broken heart before.
How did you deal with it?
Anyway, I just moved past it. I just forgot about it and I have to just move on. I move along with it. So I did not per se put it in mind that I should do something bad towards her or anything like that. Because it's just part of it. And as I am young like this, I know by all means ups and downs will come in relationship, and then I have to just move along. And from then on, that is when I just had one in which I was, but per se because of what happened previously, I'm not so much into it. Just to see what will happen out of it.
Yeah, several times. I was really.
Well, those were some of your stories. Earlier, we spoke to the chief psychiatrist at the Accra Psychiatric Hospital, and this is what he had to say about it.
One will need to know whether there is a pre-existing mental illness, because some kinds of mental illnesses which already exist in an individual, such a person can become easily irritated, and on the slightest provocation, they behave in such an unwarranted manner. So it's important that one gets to know what his state of mind is, and that means that such a person will actually need to be taken for psychiatric evaluation, psychiatric or psychological assessment first. Now, granted that there is no pre-existing psychiatric disorder in this person, then the other possibility is that this person has abnormal or pathological or morbid jealousy. So much jealousy in him or her that he or she cannot stand to see infidelity or unfaithfulness on the part of the partner. And so when such a situation happened, the only thing that occurred to him or her was to act in this manner, and he obeyed, or he went along that line. Now, such a person cannot be excused for his or her morbid jealousy. He will need to go through the legal consequences. That may even be part of getting him or her reformed. Now, another possibility is that such a person has also got some complex, inferiority complex, in which he or she is not assertive enough, and therefore cannot stand losing a partner to anybody else. And so what occurred to him or her immediately was to seek vengeance along that line. This person may also have invested so much in the partner that he or she could not stand how all that investment should go to nothing, to another person. Again, this person can also not be excused on the basis of this, but a pre-existing psychiatric illness will be a good reason. So in any case, with such a heinous crime, such a person will need to take him for evaluation.
Well, we asked you to share your heartbreak stories with us on Facebook. We also asked you what you thought about what happened to Anita. So let's take a look, shall we? I have Abigail Tabitha's comment. She says, even though this is unlawful, this should be a lesson to we the young ladies of today, to know how to go about boys. But this heartless boy must be held responsible. Albert Kudo says, that's a bad act showed by the guy, but investigation must be properly done and punish the offender for others to learn from it. Asafweje Jr. says, some of you girls date anything you set your eyes on. Stupidity. I see. Onyedum Remigas says she deserves it since Ghanaian ladies are hardly to date one guy and they call it good life. Let's move on. Zachariah Asuma says, what is jail? He should also face the same fate. This is very serious. If she was my sister, I would kill him. Is it forced to be in love? Asari Godfred is asking for the law of Moses to be applied here. Tooth for tooth and eye for eye. So simple. And to you ladies, if you don't love the guy, don't take anything from him, please. Antonian wants to know how he can reach out to help her. We will let you know all about that in good time. We have quite a number of comments. Rukaya Bukari says he thinks that she should be put on the disability fund. Well, we'll see how far this goes and keep you updated. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we have lots more to tell you, including something unusual about a toilet in Oyibi. Now, when you've got to go, you've got to go. Whether it's a number one or a number two, nature has no patience for those who need to answer her call. Public washrooms are a wonderful convenience. Yet, for the residents of Oyibi, Manli, near Accra, the public toilet constructed 8 years ago remains under lock and key, and no one seems to know why.
So the building right behind me is supposed to be a toilet facility for the people of Oyibi. Residents here tell me it was constructed during Kufuor's administration, meaning the building has been here for more than 8 years. But the problem is that it has been locked.
ama emasiye shimanche meke ni bi na wule ma mi kaji tumo opposition mene oba gbele na alo mene to na gbele na e bala ke be mene play e krema ha ni keto ma he agbele na ni skamba le be ba ya le di o 10 years ne almost much like at 11 years kula ne ni amane na gbina agbele kuna manche meke ni bi e wo hi na agbele mo.
Well, if something from 8 years ago can have consequences like that today, maybe we ought to check what's trending with Lord Harris Eduasare.
Now, it's Throwback Thursday, but since I do not have anything to throw back at you, I'm actually going to tell you what's been making all the rounds on social media, Twitter to be precise. Hashtag famous Ghanaians is really getting a lot of traction. Let's go take some of the comments and tweets on that. The first one is from President Marik. He says, Eddie of Elmina Panda Fufu so well, he earned the nickname Mawonfe. Got a job in a USA restaurant and is now Eddie Murphy. You. This is from Nambi Patrick GH. Joshua Muniru, a mason in Sunyani, left home and never came back. He returned to Ghana with Michael Essien as Jose Mourinho. And this is from Penikio. James of Togolese stroke Ghanaian descent was called Nyabro by his Ewe compatriots. Nyabro later evolved to become LeBron. Okay. Interesting. This is from Mr. Ace. Teachers used to take his lunch from him, into brackets, Sergio, and he always respected women, into brackets, Busquets. Now, he is Sergio Busquets. Get it? Finally, I'm taking this from Kofi Poku. JC the Gongong beater, into brackets, Delro, fled the Asansehenes Palace after being found guilty of rape. Ouch. He's now Jason Derulo. Okay, now there are actually lots of them, but I obviously cannot take all of them. So, I mean, just keep them coming. Who knows, we could take more. This has been What's Trending, and I'm Lord Harris Odasari.
Wow. Let's see if you can come up with your own famous Ghanaian. Hashtag it, and we'll see if it's still trending tomorrow. Yes. Well, Steve is back with me. Do you have any martial arts skills?
Yes.
You do? Oh, that's impressive.
I have the ones I acquired on the beaches of Osu Anoho.
I'm told it's a pink belt.
Oh, yeah.
Bright pink?
I mean,
neon?
no, mine doesn't have a color. I mean, you can say anything. I can break your neck. You know, boys like talking. Yeah, you know.
Oh,
so yeah, I've got a skill.
You have the martial arts, verbal martial arts.
I mean, I can do things. You try, you come to me and I'll tackle you down.
But we do have some rather interesting stories today, huh?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
We do.
Well, my name is Jennifer Jane Asante.
And mine is Stephen Ente. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
And as we said, interesting stories coming up in our bulletins later today.
Yes. Goodbye then. Bye.